Many brands going international have videos in multiple languages on their YouTube channel, but one channel with videos in multiple languages is usually a very bad idea. Let's imagine a French-speaking person finds one of your French videos. They watch it, they enjoy it, and they subscribe to your channel. And suddenly they find videos in all sorts of languages in their subscription feed. Your English videos might be okay, but then there are the German videos and the Russian videos and the Japanese videos and so on. In the worst case, this person doesn't want all of these different languages that they don't understand in their subscription feed and unsubscribe right away. But even if they don't unsubscribe from your channel, they will definitely not click on these videos that they don't understand. Of course not. But this gives the wrong signals to the YouTube algorithm. If they don't click on your videos repeatedly, YouTube won't show them any of your videos anymore. So for a viewer, such a cluttered multi-language channel is a nightmare. But how can you get out of this mess, or even better, not start it in the first place? In this video, I will show you the 3 YouTube strategies that big global brands are using and will help you to decide which one is right for you. Hello and welcome to the TubeX YouTube channel. I'm Jan Fassbender from So Geht YouTube, and YouTube is big for brands. 65 of the world's top 100 companies have 10 YouTube channels or more, and 99% of them do YouTube marketing. Yet many of these brands fail to reach the 2 billion people that watch YouTube videos every month. Over 50% of the videos produced by these top 100 companies get less than 1,000 views. This is because these brands focus more on video production or on ads and less on a proper YouTube marketing strategy that will grow their channels. If you want to learn more about ads, check out this video. But now we want to take a look at the groundwork that it takes to get a proper global YouTube marketing strategy. The 2 things that you need to take into account are the language that your target audience speaks and the organizational opportunities of your company. To achieve this, there are 3 multi-language strategies that are proven to work properly by many big brands. Let's get right into them. Strategy number 1 is to just have one YouTube brand hub. This is the most basic setup. You just have an English YouTube channel. Your corporate headquarters is in the YouTube driver's seat and you only create content in English. If you want to, you can translate the closed captions, the titles and the descriptions of the videos. There are a lot of different companies who use this strategy. For example, startups like Airbnb, Tesla or Canva, who didn't even have regional offices in the beginning that supported the local languages. They just started small and kept it this way. But there are also big established brands who utilize this strategy. For example, global sports associations like ATP, the Olympic Games and FIFA, also Swiss bank Julius Baer, and they do have offices around the world. One of the biggest advantages of just focusing on one English channel is that it's the least possible effort that you can put into a YouTube channel. You don't need to worry about different languages and translations, which can be costly, and it doesn't add more complexity to your video process. More than 2 billion people in the world speak or at least understand English, so you still have a big target audience. And it makes managing the channel way easier. You just have one channel that you need to focus on. You can centralize everything from planning over production and publishing. This leads to an aligned content strategy, as you just have one channel with one global messaging. And of course, this channel will have a bigger subscriber count than multiple different channels who share the subscribers. But there are of course also disadvantages. If your channel is just in one language, it won't be understood by everyone. Your English channel might turn off everyone who doesn't understand English. YouTube tools can help here, but you can only translate titles, descriptions and the closed captions, and the voiceover will remain in English. Also, your channel isn't adaptable to, for example, cultural differences, but also to different target audiences. And this is where strategy number 2 comes into play. You still have a brand hub, but with supplementary channels for different target audiences. One channel for each target group. The biggest YouTube brand channel in the world with around 10 million subscribers follows this strategy, Red Bull. Their channel grew this strong mainly because of videos on extreme sports, but they know that their community is diverse, and so they have different sub-channels for bike fans, for motor sports, for winter sports, but also for dancing and gaming. Each of these channels is tailored towards the needs of this specific audience. And this is the big advantage of this strategy. You can tailor your content towards different target audiences. But if these channels are all in English, you still won't reach everyone, and it's more complicated to manage multiple channels. The biggest mistake I see with this strategy is to tailor your channels towards your company divisions and not towards the audience. If you want to use this approach, think about audience first. If your company is structured by different target audiences, for example, because you're structured by product, great. If not, definitely think about audience first. This strategy makes no sense if you structure your channels by division and each channel addresses different target audiences. But from my experience, if you create different channels for different target audiences and work on these channels with multiple different divisions involved, it can become a big mess very quickly. So make sure to plan how you want to organize internally before you start different channels. Strategy number 3 is to have a brand hub with regional channels. So you have one brand hub channel, for example, in English, and then you have regional channels who are targeted towards these different languages and different countries and not towards target audiences. This strategy only works if your headquarter and your local marketing teams work together on video production. You need the trust, the guidance and the support from your headquarter, but also the market knowledge from the different local marketing teams. Both the headquarter and the local marketing teams produce videos. The headquarter for the brand hub channel, but also videos that might be translated into different languages. And the local marketing teams, of course, produce videos for their local channels. This strategy is used by a variety of brands who want to reach a global audience, but also take into account the local differences, like IKEA, Apple, Samsung, cosmetic giant L'Oreal, Coca-Cola, Allianz, PayPal, Starbucks, automotive brands like Mercedes-Benz or Toyota, B2B brands like Siemens, the entertainment brand Star Wars. Dutch Bank ING is a good example for this strategy, as they have one English hub channel which features financial results and the overall strategy, but also different channels for the different languages which are mostly run on ads. Not all brands clearly follow this strategy. Nutrition brands Maggi and Knorr, for example, have different regional channels but lack a global hub channel. Miele, Tchibo and Nescafé all have brand hubs, but they are not in English. Miele's and Tchibo's YouTube channels are circled around German, and the Nescafé brand hub is in Italian. The big advantage of this strategy, of course, is that you don't have language barriers. People in a country will understand your content as it is in their native language. It's also easier to run local initiatives like country-specific promotions, and you might have a healthier, more engaged community if they follow the correct channel and this channel is targeted towards their needs. But these are already some of the disadvantages of this strategy. It's potentially confusing for your audience and they might end up following the wrong channel for a different language. Also, your channel subscribers and views get fragmented and it's more difficult to build big channels. But the biggest disadvantage is that your channel setup is more difficult and more expensive to manage. You need local editorial boards. Your messaging, your tone of voice and your content strategy is just way more difficult to control. In reality, country-specific YouTube channels are mostly kind of chaotic. They tend to lack a consistent strategy and have low subscriber numbers. To avoid this, make sure that every country still follows your overall strategy. Every channel needs to follow your company's branding, and every channel needs clear targets and a marketing strategy. This all falls apart if every country is left alone and they can just do what they want. Sometimes I'm asked if there isn't a good strategy number 4 for multi-language channels, to have one channel with different playlists for the different languages, as this would make managing the channel and consistent messaging way easier. Brands that heavily rely on paid media like Nespresso, for example, follow this strategy. My answer is, for search, for audience development and a successful customer journey, this approach is too short-sighted. Getting organic views or subscribers on YouTube will never work this way, as we've discussed in the introduction of this video. You will always need to feed YouTube ad money to keep on growing, and you need a guy like George Clooney presenting your videos, and that's why I don't consider this strategy. If you want to learn more about multi-language YouTube strategies for brands, definitely check out the blog post on tubix.com. You can find it in the video description. It's even more in-depth than this video. But I hope I could also help you with this video and you learned something for your brands. That's it from me. Bye, your Jan.